So I get a lot of, and they'll like look at my stump and they'll be like, I'll like scream.
You have to be willing to find the light though. You have to be willing to believe in yourself and to believe in your story and to believe that there's more than what you're going through and that what you're going through is going to bring you further into who you're supposed to be and your calling and find the good in it.
Hey guys!
Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Kristie Sita and we post videos every Wednesdays and Fridays. So, what are we doing today, you might say? Today, we're finally doing a Q&A that you guys have been waiting for literally months. I've had you requesting this. So this past week, I asked you guys to ask me questions on both Instagram and a YouTube post. And so I have both of those collections of questions, which there are lots of questions. So I'm gonna pick a couple of them and we're gonna go through them. If there's some that I missed that you guys want me to touch on, make sure you comment them down below and I will make sure that I put them in my next Q&A video. So let's just get right into it, why don't we? Okay, so I'm starting with my ones from Instagram first. So the first one is, when you lost your hand, were you left-handed? If so, was it hard to switch? Luckily, I was actually right-handed, which was really weird. Another one of the weird pieces of the puzzle because for me, you would think if I was right-handed, my instinct would be to reach back with my right hand, but I reach back with my left hand, obviously, because it's the left that's gone. So thankfully I was right-handed and I did not have to switch that. Do you still have pain on your stump? This I don't right now. However, it is something that can come back. It's called phantom pains. So phantom pains is when you feel like you have like a hand that's inside your stump and you can pretty much imagine that you still have your hand there. And my phantom pain, everyone's is different, but mine was actually like the sliding of my fingers. So I would have, my fingers would be like sliding past, as soon as they would clip password like that, I would get like this shooting pain that would go through my entire body and it would start in my stump and go like shwam, right through me. So those are awful and I'm super, super thankful that I don't have those anymore. When's my birthday? My birthday is September 7. How to stay motivated when people around you aren't. Okay, guys, if the people around you aren't motivated, you should not be around them. Because I know that's hard to hear and I know it's really, really hard to shift that reality, but those people are not going to build you up, and it is so essential that you surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you and love on you and support you and guide you in a healthy and uplifting direction, because there's so many people that kind of try and like hold you down a little bit, not on purpose, it's just because they're not headed in the same direction. So surround yourself with people you want to become like. Surround yourself with people that's going to inspire you and motivate you and uplift you, because we all have those days when we can't uplift ourselves and when we can't motivate ourselves, and that is when it's most important for us to have community to lean back on in those moments to make sure we don't get too down on ourselves and for them to come in and just sweep you up and bring you back into a good place. So, change your peeps. What's my favorite color? My favorite color is light pink. Have you always been close to God, and what are ways I can become closer to Him? This is a really good question, and this is a really honest point in my testimony, because I haven't always been close to God. There was a lot of years when I didn't understand Him, I didn't understand Jesus, I didn't understand anything. I was just kind of clinging on to any Bible verses that would make me feel better at the time. However, I wasn't understanding the power within them. I mean, it just really didn't connect for me. I was learning all these things. I had seeds of faith planted, but it wasn't real to me until I've reached this point, which I will do a whole nother video on this, but I went through a phase where things were really, really hard, and I became really, really desperate for help. Like, I was just like, I can't handle this anymore. I just need to pass over my load. And I became really desperate for a deeper meaning in life, and just kind of, I was going through some shiza. And so that's kind of when I started opening up my heart again to my faith and getting back in church and finding community. But yeah, some things that helped me at the very beginning was finding sermons online that I really, 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 really related to. So my go-to was always Stephen Furtick through Elevation Church. I also love Carl Lentz and Michael Todd from Transformation Church. All of those churches have incredible online sermons, And honestly, it's a really good place to start there because they really break it down into this generation's language, and it's very up to date, and you can always find some sort of title of sermon that's related to something you're going through. So that's what initially got me back on my feet. That's initially what kind of sparked from there. It's been an incredible journey that I will do a full nother video on, but yeah, those are some tips that I have if you're having a rough time. Are you in a relationship? Funny question because it's Valentine's Day, and the answer to that is that my mom and dad are hanging out with me on Valentine's Day, so I guess that answer is no. Would you teach dance? I did teach dance. So after my accident, I taught for 2 years after on the Sunshine Coast, and I loved it, but I definitely like performing more at this point in my life. I'll probably get back to teaching again, but right now I'm really enjoying a little bit more of industry and pursuing my own career in it, and then I will definitely fall back on teaching later. What is my favorite muscle group to work out? Well, if you follow me on any of my social medias, you probably know the answer to that, and that's definitely glutes, because the booty. Do you want kids? I absolutely want kids. Not a lot, because I only have one hand, but going for 2. Also, about that, funny, because there's twins in my genes, and twins like skip a generation pool, which means they are in my generation. So let's just all pray to God that I don't get twins, because we all know I don't have enough hands for that. What church do you go to or online? So I go to Vivid Church, which is a Christian church in downtown Vancouver. We have a downtown location. We're about to launch a Kitsilano and New Westminster. So if you live in the area, come to church with me. Did you ever think you'd touch as many lives as you probably have? No. I never thought that this would happen to me. I never thought I'd have this opportunity, especially with you guys online, and there's more and more things happening of appearances in person, which is really exciting, and I just feel super honored that I have a story to share with you guys that can help you and that can help grow you and help you see the light at the end of what you're going through. And that's all I want to do, is I just want to continue to encourage you guys and to just let you know that there's more than what you're going through. And so I'm super thankful that this is more and more turning into my career every single day, is just literally talking to you guys, which is so freaking cool and crazy. I still can't believe it. So thank you so much. I love you guys. Okay, and now I'm going through my YouTube ones. Can you braid your hair with one hand? I can do small braids and 2 on either side, but that's all. Comment down below if you want a video of that. Will you be coming to the US anytime soon? I will be coming to LA this summer for sure to be doing some YouTube stuff, as well as I'll be attending a premiere from a movie I worked on this past year. Someone asked if I get awkward stares from people in public or if they seem not to notice. Funny question. I definitely do get some looks in person, and when I worked in retail it was especially hard because a lot of them haven't seen amputees before. A lot of them haven't seen that or been educated on what that means. So I get a lot of they'll like look at my stomach and they'll be like they'll like scream, which is super not fun of me being on the other side, because you know. But another time I was teaching dance and I had this other kid and he literally hid in the corner because he was so scared of my hand stump. All class, for an hour-long class, he was hiding and crying in the corner because he was so scared of my arm. So yeah, I do get some weird looks and some weird reactions. Yeah, so kids are definitely the hardest to deal with. Adults, typically, they like to just stare, or sometimes they'll ask me, which I would always just rather people ask me. I know some amputees are sensitive to their story, but for me, I'm like, don't just stare at me. Ask me what happened and I can talk to you and I can encourage you from sharing with you. So for me, I prefer just for someone to ask what happened, and I will gladly share my story. How was your love life? Like I said, non-existent. What Bible translation do you read? I typically read the NLT, the New Living Translation. It's my favorite one that I have. I have most of my Bibles in that. What do you think of portrayals of one-handed characters in popular movies or series? Interesting. Most of them are great. I believe that if you are going to portray an amputee character, get an amputee consultant, talk to real amputees, get their stories in there. Don't just write a script and put it out there and act it out with no reference. So, like this recent show that I worked on last year, I was on full-time as an amputee consultant for a show called Sacred Lies, where the main character, Minnow, which was portrayed by Elena Camporas, she lost both of her hands in the series, and so they actually had me working on that full-time. You guys can check out the video up here if you want more information on what that was like. But I think most of them are great, but I just want to make sure that film is consulting with real amputees in the process of it. Are you planning on coming out with merch? I am waiting. Love you so much. Comment down below if you guys want merch. What is your age and what do you plan to do in the near future? I am 21 and what I plan to do in the near future is keep doing what I'm doing now. How long have I lived in Vancouver? I've lived in Vancouver for 3 years, but I grew up on the Sunshine Coast, which is a small island just off of the coast here. So yeah, I'm gonna call it quits here, guys. Comment down below what questions you want me to answer next time. I do plan on doing another one. There was way too many for me to answer in one go. So if I missed your question, make sure you comment down below and I will be saving this video and looking back at all those comments before my next video. So let me know. What do you want to know? What do you want to do? Love you guys so much. I hope this answered some of your questions and gave you a little bit more of an inside scoop to what my life is like. I love you. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for always commenting and responding to all of my posts and everything. It's been incredible. So I will see you guys in my next video, which you're gonna have to wait and see. It's gonna be a surprise. But turn on your post notifications because I may or may not be adding an extra day of uploads. So give this video a big thumbs up if you want me to add another day of uploads for you guys. So that would mean it would be Wednesday, Friday, and another day. So give it a big thumbs up and maybe you will get 3 videos next week. Okay, thank you guys so much. I love you, 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 I love you. See you soon, bye.